Cut it up one time.
Bob and the show, Graham. Laurie Watson is here, and she's a licensed marriage and family counselor. 1-855-SHOW-GRAHAM. Let's grab a couple of these real quick. Stephanie, hi.
Hi. You guys are great, by the way. I love listening to you every morning.
Thanks.
We love you. You got a question, baby?
Yeah. I have been with my husband for 2 years, married for 1. I guess I just had a quick question about, we don't really do it that often. So, and we're fairly young, so I know that, as you get older, you don't do it as much. But I was just kind of wondering, why it's not on the forefront of our minds, ever. Maybe, once every other week or longer. So.
On the forefront of your mind. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think it's on his mind either.
I can tell by your voice you're too young to not be thinking about sex.
I'm 22.
Are you still attracted to him?
Yeah, I am. I mean, we haven't really changed that much. It's only been 2 years. So.
Do you feel like he respects you and he listens to you?
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh, that sounds like a hesitation there.
Well,
I would say that,
yes.
most 50% of the problems really are about relational issues.
That you bring into the bedroom?
That's right.
So if you're having issues between your relationship, it affects you sexually?
Yeah. Or not having pleasure. Are you having orgasms?
Yes.
The big O. Are we going to Oprah?
Are you having Oprah?
Yeah, just say Oprah.
Sorry.
That's okay. It doesn't. You know what? You're being very medical, so that's okay.
It's medicinal. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we call him Oprah.
Okay.
Are you having Oprahs?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's...
Well, at least he knows what he's doing.
Isn't it kind of, okay, I don't want to say this is most often, but it is not, it can't be uncommon for a young couple that's trying to get their feet on the ground, get in a house, both of you are working, long hours, more now than ever. So I imagine when you're young, and am I right, Stephanie, is this kind of, do you work?
Yeah, I work full-time, sometimes more than 40 hours, and he's full-time at his job. But I feel like we're young, I can't even stay up past 10 o'clock anymore.
Yeah, I know. But hey, wait till you have kids, dude. You'll be like... So, but...
You're right. There is a lot of stress on young couples.
Yeah.
They're going to graduate school, they're working full-time, they're both working, they're buying homes. You're right.
Probably too much.
Stress does too much stress.
Yeah.
And that was the old thing with the honeymoon, is they would actually take a year off and just be together and enjoy each other and get the sexual relationship on track. But couples now are doing everything.
Stephanie, before you hang up, I want to ask Laurie a question. I have this, I came up with this by myself, so you're welcome. But 2x2, is this about average or too much? Twice during the week, twice on the weekend.
That's a lot, I hate to tell you. It's more like twice a week.
Okay, so once during the week, once on the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's is that average? Is that too much?
Yeah.
Is that right in the middle?
That's about average.
Okay. All right, average. So
once or twice a week is about average.
So would I be out of bounds to tell Stephanie that if she just talked to her husband and said, "Hey, look, I love having pudding with you. It's the best ever. Boy, I could really use some more of that. How about if we just make us a sexual deal?" And the sexual deal will be once during the week, once on the weekends. And anything more than that is a bonus. Anything less than that is not enough. Can we make a deal on that?
I think that's good.
Outside of the bedroom.
Right.
Just when you're watching TV, you're having dinner, whatever the case is, something sexual comes on, didn't you bring it up?
Right.
Hey, I love it. Is that a good thing to do?
I think so. I think that scheduling it for an actual day or time is not so good because then you feel constricted by that. But just talking about, hey, would this be enough? Twice a week makes a lot of people really happy.
Okay.
Even one quickie and one longie.
Well, that may...
one quickie during the week and one long, when you don't have time, and then one longie in the weekend.
Steph, will that make you happy?
Yeah, I mean, we try to be spontaneous sometimes. We'll be like, yeah, now, and then we'll, 5 minutes will go by, we're like, never mind.
But you know what? Sometimes all you have to do is just start the engine. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
So maybe that... I don't know if you want to call it obligation, but if you make a deal, then, sometimes you're going to be into it, sometimes he's not, and vice versa.
And a lot of times women feel desire after they've already got going.
Right.
They don't necessarily feel it ahead of time and they want it, they feel it after they're already aroused.
My friend says the same thing. Like, her husband, he's very sexually active. He just wants it all the time. And she's kind of against it. But then after, as soon as it starts going, she goes, why was I trying to fight this? Like, she gets enjoyment out of it after, when everything is said
That's
and
what
done.
Luna said. Yeah, you're like, why don't we do this more?
Yeah.
It's just.
I guess I just don't want to like be the initiator all the time.
Yeah, that's
I want
okay.
him to be the initiator.
All right, but listen, how about you try this and then, give us a couple, say Monday.
Okay.
You call us back and you say, hey, I tried this. I talked to him. We were watching this, and this commercial came on about the Cialis or whatever, and the two people are in a tub, and boy, that made me horny. And what is it? And by the way, just sidebar, what does that mean when those two people are in the tub?
That is a good question.
Is that some
they are not in the same tub.
I know.
How does that make sense?
Well, us fat guys, we can't get in the same tub. All right, but Stephanie, you do that, and you come up with during the week, once on the weekend, see how that works, and you may call Monday and go, hey, that was awesome.
Okay.
Or you may
I will
say he
definitely try
sucks,
that.
and you need some strange. Okay.
Oh.
All right, babe, thank you.
Strange.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
I want to say something else about, him initiating it versus her initiating.
Yeah.
I think we think we're in equal relationships, so it should be equal time. He should initiate as much as she should.
Right.
But women really respond to initiation. I mean, there's something about biology that's hard to override. They like it when a guy initiates and has some sexual assertion and aggression about him.
Come here, woman.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, it works.
You can't drag them by the feet. You got to drag them by the hair.
Yes.
Okay.
We're aware.
Carrie, hello.
Hi.
Hey, darling. What do you have a question here for Laurie?
I have a question. It's about my fiance. We've been together for about six and a half years, and we just recently got engaged. He cheated on me before, and he's really touchy about his cell phone, but when he gets in the shower or something, I'll go and check it, but there's no messages or anything. He'll delete all the messages out, and then he's really, really touchy about his Facebook and, his laptop.
Yeah, he's doing it again.
He's cheating on you.
Well, you're touchy about it, too. It's not resolved. You need to resolve that.
But, baby, listen, here's the thing. You call this morning. This is kind of like what's your dilemma. You call this morning and you ask that question, and I think that's very nice that you called and very sweet that you called, but you did care. But you already know the answer. That's why you called.
I'm just wondering, because I haven't found any proof.
I don't know that he necessarily is doing that, but I think that she is anxious about it.
Yes.
So there's something that is not trusting between the two of them. Either he feels, controlled and therefore tries to hide, or she feels anxious. And it sounds like you're really anxious.
So what does she do with this?
She's got to talk it out. They got to get to the bottom of it.
He's going to deny it.
Yeah, I've talked to him about it a couple times. I was like, hey, hon, why are you so touchy about your phone? If you have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't be this touchy about it.
But then he's going to turn it around on you and be like, hey, I promise you I'd never do this again. I can't believe you won't, finally trust me. And
he's cheating on
he'll
you.
take offense. And then you both feel like you're right in your opinions.
Period.
Some people are going to be upset when I say this, but let me just say, if you've been his fiancé for 6 years...
That's a long time.
No. We've been together for 6 years. We just recently got engaged.
Okay. So, but you've been together 6 years. I'm just telling you, why does he have to buy the milk when he's getting the cow for free? You know what I'm saying? So
are you saying they shouldn't be having sex, Bob?
No, what I'm saying is
he's saying that she shouldn't marry him.
I'm saying if you've been together for 6 years and you're still uncomfortable because something happened and there was a history of happening before, you're the ding dong.
Unfortunately, everybody is different, and it's how you think you can handle the situation. Personally, if a guy cheats on me, I can't stay with him because I know how I am, and I will never be able to trust him, and it will never be a meaningful relationship. It just
I'm
won't.
going to weigh in on that, though. I think people can recover from affairs. Absolutely.
Married couples, yeah, if there's kids involved.
Even engaged couples. Affairs don't happen in a vacuum. There are reasons for them. I think you can recover from them.
But it takes
Absolutely.
a lot of therapy.
All right.
Yeah. Call me.
When we get back, call me.
Call Awakenings.
When we get back, we'll have one more round of calls. 1-855-SHOWGRAM. Laurie Watson is with us. She's our sex therapist. It is the Showgram.